Catherine is an esthetician from Lynchburg, and she found out about the patches maybe from a friend, Kim.
Yeah, I saw her on Facebook. I hadn't seen her in years and years and years, and she just made a post, and I just instant messaged her and
Oh,
started talking to her.
now,
And
now when was that?
I think I was talking to her around October,
Mm-hmm.
and then I finally decided I was going to get them in November.
Awesome, awesome. And what did you have going on before that you thought you just hoped this would help you with?
Well, I was originally looking for something for my dog. Uh, and is why I started researching them. And then after I started researching them, I was like, forget the dog. What about me? Because I didn't realize everything they could do. But I had similar to like her, I had similar horrible, horrible sciatica. And I didn't know if the patches would help that or not. But I also had one of the main things was every year around like November comes, I'm like, okay, anytime I'm getting ready, I would get really, really sick because I have allergy aggravated asthma. And literally every year it happens where it would take me out of work for like 2 weeks. Then I would have to go on 2 rounds of steroids, 2 different rounds of antibiotics, breathing treatments, all that. I mean, it would have been bad. And it's like my clients, because I've been an esthetician for 20 years, they're kind of like, oh, she's got bronchitis again. We'll call back in a few weeks. And after I started patching in November, all of a sudden I realized I have not even had so much of a cold. And it's
Wow.
July now. And nothing. I have not been sick. I went the whole winter and I'm like in people's faces, because doing esthetician, people come in, sometimes they're like, oh gosh, I think I'm getting sick. And I think, oh, here we're going to go. And I have not been sick once, no sniffles, no cold. And then I noticed probably a couple months in, I had such bad sciatica too that I could not sleep on my back. I couldn't sleep on my side. I couldn't sleep on my other side. No matter which way I went, it just pulled so bad. And I didn't know what to do or where to go or how to fix it. And I just started patching, but I didn't even think about sciatica. And one morning I woke up and it was gone. And I thought, it took me till halfway through the day. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm not in pain. What happened? And I was like, it's got to be the patches. So that helped. So the big one's not getting sick, the sciatica. And then also, I went to my doctor because my hands were really hurting, and he said, "Well, it's your job. It's arthritis." And he said,
Right.
either take some stuff off your menu, cut back your hours, or do something because it's only going to get worse." Well, after I started patching, same thing. I didn't really think about arthritis. My hands now are completely fine. The arthritis is gone.
Wow. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, my nails are growing like weed. I keep telling my nail tech, cut him shorter, cut him shorter. And she's like, I did. And I said, but you don't understand. I'm like, not even, I can't even make it to my 3 week appointment because they're so long. I don't want to scratch anyone in the face. And they're, and then I started noticing my hair growing much thicker, which is a total blessing because I was worried about thinning hair loss with menopause.
Yeah.
Um,
You
and
said
then
you
I
had
had,
you were sleeping better,
yeah,
blood
sleeping better.
pressure, blood
Yep.
pressure.
Oh, and then I had surgery, and the doctor said you'll be out up to 6 weeks. And after 2 weeks, I never used pain pills. I just used the Ice Wave pain patch and never had to use a pain pill. And then after 2 weeks, I was calling him saying, "Can I go back to work?" And he was like, "Well, what do you do?" And he's like, "Well, maybe just a little bit." So like he said, maybe just give it to the third week. So I went back at 3 weeks, and I was supposed to be 6. And when I
Wow.
went back and saw him, he said, "What did you do? You healed so great." And I was like, "It must be the patches," because there
That
was
is
nothing
awesome.
else.
And you said you had restless leg syndrome? That is
Yes, restless leg syndrome.
very common. A lot of people have that.
And then
Yes.
there was something you just
Completely.
mentioned before that I've forgotten.
Blood pressure.
Oh, that was a big one. I knew there was a big one that you mentioned. My blood pressure, and I didn't know in the beginning either they could do this. I went to the doctors and my blood pressure, I'm on medicine, it's the lowest it has ever been in probably 30 years. And I'm going to wean myself off blood pressure medication because it's really, really low. Like, and it was
Wow.
really high.
That's
So, and
awesome.
it's been consistently, I keep taking it just to make sure, and it's staying really low.
Yes, that's
So,
awesome.
so I'm slowly weaning off some medicines, which is amazing.
Well, that is good. Well, let me give you about 2 minutes,
Okay.
2 or 3 minutes to tell about the deal with your husband and his knee.
Oh, my husband's a mechanic and doesn't believe in anything natural. I hate to say that, but he doesn't want to take pills, but he doesn't believe in my natural stuff. And he had we were in a restaurant and he had his knee. He didn't tell me how bad it was hurting that day. He had to lift his leg to get it in the car. And then we were eating and his leg locked up. And I was like, what's wrong? And he said, my knee is completely locked and it's killing me. And he said, I think we have to go to the emergency ortho. We have one here that's like off hours. And I was like, okay, well, I hadn't told him about the patches. And so I told him, if you would just sit down for a minute and let me talk and listen to me, that, and not interrupt me, that I could probably help him. So he sat down and he listened and he was like, okay, I'll try anything. I'm in agony. Let's go home. So we went home and I put the ice wave pain went on his knee and he started feeling a little better. He said, yeah, I think I'm feeling something. Well, then we drove down to our farm property and like 30 minutes later, he was like doing this weird little dance with his knee in his hands. And I said, what are you doing? And he said, I can move my knee. I don't have any pain. And then his foot, they were saying he was going to need surgery. That when he's been to the podiatrist, the ortho, the regular doctor, they keep sending him different people and they're like, you're going to have surgery. They kept telling him it was a cracked bone. It was this, it was that. And he's been putting the X39 on his foot and he has no more knee pain and the foot pain is gone. He doesn't have to have surgery now.
Wow,
Yeah.
that
And he said to me, I am a believer. He said, I believe you now. I believe in it. And I am a believer. And he said, I will have no problem telling people that they work.
Oh, that's great. Oh my gosh, that is
And
awesome.
that's like huge because he always, anything I try to like, I have some aromatherapy or like that I've ordered that's like a cream for pain. And he's like, I don't want any of your voodoo magic stuff. I'm like, it's natural. It's not. And he's like, nah, I don't want any of that. And so I can never get him to use anything. So getting him to use it was like the shock. And then he's patching every day and he won't go without them.